Chosen one, pause. This moment is not accidental, and neither is your presence here. Something beyond algorithms and schedules has guided you to this exact message at this exact time. Heaven has been watching the quiet endurance of your soul, the nights you questioned, the prayers you whispered through exhaustion, the faith you carried when nothing around you made sense. This isn't just another video. This is a summons, a signal, a moment where time and purpose intersect. Because January 10th is not ordinary, it is marked. You've felt it building, haven't you? A strange pressure in the air, a restlessness that isn't anxiety, but anticipation. A sense that something long delayed is finally approaching the surface. And chosen one, before we go deeper, pause for a moment, hit subscribe, and comment Amen if your spirit is already responding. Because this message is about to speak directly to you, and alignment in this moment matters more than you know. For a long time, it felt like your life was under investigation. Doors almost opened, then closed. Answers came halfway, then disappeared. You did everything you knew how to do, yet something unseen kept pressing pause. But what you didn't see was God's hand guarding the timing. Some blessings were too powerful to be released early. Some breakthroughs needed maturity, not speed. What felt like delay was actually protection. January 10th carries a divine shift. Not noise, not chaos, an unlock. God has been preparing a miracle override, a moment where human limits give way to heavenly authority. What was sealed begins to move. What was stalled receives breath. What was hidden steps into light. This is not coincidence, it is coordination. Heaven has been aligning circumstances, people, and timing behind the scenes while you were simply trying to survive. Chosen one, this is recognition. That ache in your chest was not despair. It was destiny knocking. This is revelation. The reason things didn't work out before is because they were meant to work out now. And this is divine validation. You were never forgotten, never overlooked, never off track. You were being positioned. As January 10th arrives, pay attention to small shifts, quiet confirmations, sudden clarity. Miracles don't always announce themselves loudly. Sometimes they begin as movement. And what is about to move will not stop easily. Stay with me. What God is about to reveal next will explain everything and awaken what has been waiting inside you all along. Chosen one, lean in, because what I am about to share is not merely information. It is a revelation designed to meet your spirit where it has been waiting. Have you ever wondered why some blessings, some opportunities, or some answers seem to hover just out of reach, no matter how much you pray or work for them? Why doors that should open remain closed, or why people, promises, and plans that feel aligned never fully materialize when you expect them? The truth is this: God is keeping certain blessings hidden until the precise moment they can serve their highest purpose in your life. And chosen one, this is not disappointment, it is divine orchestration. God's timing is not careless or random. Some blessings are like seeds planted in the dark soil of your life, unseen but alive, drawing strength and substance from the quiet places. They need protection before exposure. They need preparation before manifestation. If released too early, they could be fragile, incomplete, or even misused, leaving you vulnerable or delaying the full impact of what God intends. Have you noticed how sometimes when you receive a gift prematurely, a promotion, an opportunity, or recognition, it can feel overwhelming or misaligned with your journey? That is the reason for divine delay. God is waiting until the blessing is fully formed, fortified, and unstoppable before allowing it to surface. Think about your own life. The doors that opened too soon, the opportunities you rushed into, the situations you shared too early. Didn't they often result in stress, confusion, or misalignment? God sees the end from the beginning. He knows what will endure, what will elevate, and what will align perfectly with your destiny. So when a blessing seems hidden, when your prayers seem unanswered, it is not absence. It is refinement. It is preparation. It is God shaping the blessing in secret so that when it arrives, it cannot be ignored, delayed, or diminished. Your hidden blessings are also a test of patience and faith. Have you noticed how waiting develops a quiet strength in you? How seasons of delay sharpen your discernment, deepen your trust, and cultivate resilience? God is teaching you to honor His timing rather than your own urgency. Each delay is intentional. Each moment of unseen preparation is a step closer to alignment with a destiny that cannot be interrupted. Chosen one, consider this. What if the waiting itself is a gift? What if what is hidden is not withholding, but refining? What if the delay is God's protection, ensuring that when the blessing finally manifests, it comes with momentum, power, and clarity that cannot be stopped? What is being prepared for you now is not temporary, fragile, or partial. It is fully formed in the quiet, shielded from distraction, and infused with purpose, so that when it arrives, it changes everything. Your direction, your peace, your vision, and your destiny. So pause and reflect. What blessings in your life have been delayed? Which doors have remained closed despite your efforts? That is where God is at work. That is where your future is quietly taking shape. Chosen one, the hidden is not lost. The unseen is not absent. It is alive, it is ready, and it will arrive at the exact moment God has ordained. Unstoppable, complete, and perfectly aligned with the life He has been preparing you for all along. Chosen one, lean in, because this is a truth that your spirit has already been sensing, even when your mind struggles to explain it. Not everyone around you is meant to witness your journey or understand the plans God is unfolding in your life. Some people genuinely care, yes, but others, even unintentionally, can disrupt the sacred momentum God is creating. Every time you share your next steps prematurely, you risk inviting energy, opinions, or interference that could slow what is divinely orchestrated. Have you ever noticed how excitement can quickly turn into doubt when the wrong person hears your vision? That feeling of hesitation, that quiet pause in your chest is not coincidence. It is discernment speaking. God has designed your journey with layers of protection, and one of the most powerful layers is privacy. Not everyone is equipped to handle your energy, your purpose, or the clarity of your calling. Some people listen out of curiosity, some out of comparison, some out of hidden jealousy, and some simply out of fear that they may not achieve what you're stepping into. And even those who mean well can unintentionally interfere through advice that clouds your clarity, questions that stir hesitation, or suggestions that shift your focus away from God's plan. Have you ever felt drained or distracted after sharing your plans with someone who seemed supportive? That is the cost of exposure too early. Keeping your plans private is not secrecy, it is strategic obedience. It protects your energy, your momentum, and the sacred space where God is preparing your breakthroughs. When your plans are exposed to the wrong ears, the subtle energy of doubt and distraction can seep in, delaying what is meant to arrive. Have you ever realized that some of your most powerful, life-changing moments happen quietly, away from public view? That is no accident. That is God shielding what is sacred until the time is perfect. Privacy also ensures that support comes only from those who are aligned with your purpose. When the right people are positioned to help, they enter at the perfect time, offering guidance, encouragement, and resources without interference or judgment. But if the wrong people are given early access, their influence can distort your path, unintentionally shifting you from your alignment and delaying the manifestation of God's promises. Every pause, every silence, every moment of restraint is a spiritual strategy to preserve your destiny. Chosen one, ask yourself, who truly needs to know your next move, and who could unintentionally hinder it? Who has consistently nurtured your peace and clarity, and who subtly disrupts it with questions, opinions, or comparisons? God is calling you into sacred discretion. This is not a lesson in mistrust. It is a lesson in alignment, protection, and stewardship of the destiny He has placed in you. When you honor this principle, your energy remains intact, your focus stays sharp, and your plans unfold with precision. The moment you reveal your next steps will carry impact, power, and authority, because it will be shared only when God ordains it. Chosen one, privacy is not isolation, it is preparation. It is the invisible shield that ensures your purpose moves forward, unstoppable and unshaken, exactly as heaven has intended. And in that quiet protection, momentum, clarity, and destiny converge. Chosen one, lean in, because this is where the spiritual mechanics of timing and destiny become undeniable. Have you ever noticed how the moment you share a vision, a goal, or a breakthrough too early, the energy around it shifts? Doors that seemed ready suddenly close. Opportunities that looked certain begin to drift away. Conversations that should have strengthened you instead leave your mind clouded and your spirit restless. This is not coincidence. This is God's subtle warning. Premature exposure can delay the very breakthrough you've been praying and preparing for. What God is building in you often grows strongest in silence. The unseen work, the spiritual preparation, the refining of character, the alignment of circumstances cannot fully mature when it is exposed too soon. Every word you release carries energy. Every disclosure opens the door for external influences, opinions, doubts, and distractions to interact with what God is orchestrating. Even well-meaning people who intend to uplift or guide you can unknowingly misalign your progress if the timing is not right. Have you felt that subtle pull, that heaviness after sharing something important before it was ready? That is the Spirit cautioning you, a quiet red flag telling you that restraint is your shield. Premature sharing is not just a spiritual risk, it is a momentum risk. Your breakthroughs have a rhythm, a cadence that God sets. Timing is sacred. When you announce a goal too early, the universe and the enemy alike have room to interfere, sometimes delaying or weakening what should have been unstoppable. Your energy, focus, and even your confidence can be scattered by comments, comparisons, or subtle opposition. Have you ever felt your excitement for a dream fade after revealing it to someone else? That fading is often a direct result of exposing what God wanted to remain protected until the appointed season. Silence, on the other hand, is a strategic force. It allows God to fully equip your vision, to prepare the people, resources, and opportunities that are meant to enter at the perfect time. It keeps your energy intact, your focus sharp, and your breakthrough aligned with divine timing. Consider how the most powerful movements in history, or even your own personal victories, often began in quiet preparation, hidden from eyes that might have diluted the impact or slowed the momentum. That is no accident. That is heaven at work, quietly ensuring that what is delivered is unstoppable and fully formed. Chosen one, reflect on your own journey. Which of your dreams or goals have been exposed too early? How did the energy shift after you shared? And did you notice delays, doubts, or resistance appearing unexpectedly? This is not a call to isolation. It is a call to discernment. It is a reminder that breakthrough is a sacred process, and timing is the invisible scaffolding that God uses to ensure your destiny is fully realized. When you honor this principle, when you protect what is sacred and wait for God's timing, your breakthroughs no longer arrive haltingly or partially. They arrive fully charged, precise, and unstoppable. Momentum returns, clarity amplifies, and your path aligns seamlessly with the purpose God has been preparing you for all along. Chosen one, silence is not absence. It is power. And in that quiet, your breakthrough is quietly, intentionally, divinely unfolding. Chosen one, lean in closely, because this is a message that carries both warning and wisdom. Have you ever trusted someone with your dreams, your breakthroughs, or the sacred work God is doing in your life, only to feel the subtle weight of disappointment afterward? Maybe the energy shifted, the momentum slowed, or your heart felt heavy in ways that you could not immediately explain. This is not chance. This is the unseen consequence of trusting the wrong people. A consequence that can ripple through your emotional, spiritual, and practical life in ways you do not yet fully see. God's guidance is rarely loud, but it is precise. He is constantly showing you the importance of guarding your inner world. Your visions, your struggles, and your next season are sacred, and not every ear nor every heart is equipped to receive them. Some people, even unknowingly, carry energy that drains, distorts, or delays the work God is doing in you. When you release what is sacred into the wrong hands, you open yourself to interference, misinterpretation, or subtle manipulation that can stall your progress. Have you noticed how some conversations leave your spirit tired, your mind cluttered, or your face slightly shaken? That exhaustion is not coincidence. It is God's way of revealing misalignment. The emotional consequences are the first to appear. You may feel anxious, insecure, or doubting yourself after sharing too freely. The wrong people often unintentionally project their own fears, insecurities, or agendas onto your plans, and their energy can infiltrate your mind, cloud your discernment, and even trigger second-guessing. And chosen one, every moment you spend explaining, defending, or adjusting your vision because of someone else's opinion is momentum stolen. Your breakthrough, your clarity, and your confidence are being subtly chipped away, and it can happen without any visible chaos. Spiritually, the impact is even deeper. Your energy, your alignment, and your connection to God's timing are affected by what and with whom you share. When your inner world is exposed prematurely, the enemy can exploit those vulnerabilities, redirect your focus, or stir confusion. Even the most seemingly innocent or well-intentioned listener can become a conduit for delay. The practical consequences follow quickly. Opportunities may slip through your hands, decisions become muddled, or resources intended for your breakthrough are diluted or mismanaged. Have you experienced moments where a shared idea or plan suddenly became entangled in unexpected complications? That is the invisible cost of misplaced trust. This is why God repeatedly urges discernment over exposure. Guarding your inner world is not selfish. It is strategic. It is obedience to divine wisdom. It is protection for the sacred work in your life that has been quietly growing, often in seasons of waiting, refinement, and preparation. Not everyone deserves to witness the shaping of your destiny. Some are meant to enter later, perfectly aligned with God's timing, so that when they contribute, they strengthen rather than weaken. So ask yourself, chosen one, who truly honors your spirit when you share with them, and who unintentionally slows your progress? Who nurtures your energy and who drains it? Who amplifies your purpose and who distracts from it? The answers are subtle but undeniable, and they are crucial for preserving your peace, momentum, and destiny. Remember this: what you guard now grows stronger. What you protect now becomes unstoppable. Trust is sacred, timing is sacred, and your inner world is sacred. When you honor these principles, you are aligning with heaven itself. And chosen one, when God is preparing something extraordinary in your life, guarding your heart, your vision, and your energy is not optional. It is essential. The unseen consequences are real, but so is the power of discernment. And in that discernment, your breakthrough remains untouched, fully intact, and divinely unstoppable. Chosen one, lean in, because the signs have been there all along. Quiet, subtle, persistent, and they are not random. Have you noticed how sometimes, no matter how prepared you feel, progress stalls? How conversations that should open doors end in confusion, or plans that seem perfect encounter repeated delays? How a thought or a decision that normally excites you suddenly feels heavy, uneasy, or uncertain? These are not coincidences. These are signals, divine nudges. A cosmic pause orchestrated by God, by the universe, by the very hand that has been guiding your destiny, even when the path felt invisible. Repeated delays are one of the clearest ways the universe communicates that it's time to pause. Perhaps an opportunity keeps shifting, a relationship lingers in uncertainty, or a project seems to circle the same obstacles over and over. Chosen one, these delays are not meant to frustrate you. They are meant to protect you. They are the gentle but firm way God reminds you that timing matters, that preparation matters, and that momentum grows strongest when the conditions are perfectly aligned. Ask yourself, what in my life has kept stalling recently despite my efforts? That is the universe whispering, wait. Inner hesitation is another powerful signal. That feeling in your chest, the subtle don't speak yet or hold back for now, is your spirit aligned with divine timing. It is your soul telling you that exposure too early could disrupt the sacred work being done behind the scenes. Have you ever felt a pause in your confidence, a weight of doubt that doesn't originate from fear, but from wisdom? That is the Spirit guiding your words, your actions, and your decisions, encouraging you to honor the sacred rhythm of your life. Feelings of discomfort or unease are often ignored because they feel inconvenient or confusing. But chosen one, these feelings are not accidents. They are God's warning signals. The universe's way of saying, protect what matters most. Perhaps you feel tension after sharing a dream too soon. Maybe you sense resistance in a conversation where everything should have flowed. Or perhaps you feel a quiet, gnawing hesitation about a decision you've been poised to make. That discomfort is divine calibration. It is a protective measure ensuring that your plans, your blessings, and your breakthroughs remain intact until the perfect moment. Every pause, every delay, every moment of hesitation is not a setback. It is preparation. When you listen to these signals, you preserve momentum, you maintain clarity, and you protect your energy from being diluted by interference, doubt, or misalignment. Chosen one, the universe is not punishing you, it is protecting you. Every invisible pause is a step closer to alignment with what God has ordained, ensuring that when your breakthrough finally arrives, it arrives fully formed, unstoppable, and radiant. So ask yourself, where has my spirit been urging me to pause? Which delays have been frustrating me, and what might they be protecting? Which moments of discomfort or hesitation have I ignored, only to realize later that I needed them? These are not coincidences. They are divine timing in action. Your sacred work, your blessings, and your purpose are being shielded, even now. In Chosen One, when you honor this pause, when you choose silence and patience, you position yourself for a momentum and clarity that will leave the world stunned and your spirit unstoppable. This is not waiting in vain. This is waiting in alignment, and your destiny depends on it. Chosen one, lean in, because what I'm about to share touches the very core of how your destiny is protected and prepared. Have you ever felt the subtle drain after sharing too much, too soon? That quiet exhaustion that lingers, even when no one has intentionally harmed you? That is the invisible cost of releasing your energy to the wrong ears, the wrong minds, or even the wrong environments. Your energy is sacred. It is the vessel through which God moves your life, shapes your purpose, and orchestrates your breakthrough. Guarding it is not secrecy, it is strategy, and it is essential if you want your destiny to unfold as God has designed it. Every conversation, every disclosure, every act of sharing carries energy. Words, intentions, and even emotions travel further than we see. When you allow your inner world to be exposed prematurely, you invite influence that can subtly redirect your focus, cloud your clarity, or delay your momentum. Have you ever noticed that the people you trust most are not always aligned with the season of your life you are in? Sometimes even well-meaning individuals can drain your energy or unknowingly sow doubt or distraction. This is why God repeatedly calls his chosen ones into strategic restraint, into privacy, not as punishment, but as protection. Privacy preserves your focus. When your plans, your dreams, and your breakthroughs remain sacred, your attention is undivided. You can think clearly, act decisively, and pursue your calling without interruption. Imagine a seed planted in fertile soil. If it is constantly exposed, handled, and moved, it struggles to take root. But if it is shielded, nurtured, and left to grow in quiet alignment with its environment, it strengthens, expands, and eventually blossoms into its full potential. Your energy, like that seed, thrives in protection. Strength and clarity are the other gifts of guarding your energy. When you protect your sacred space, you preserve your spiritual, mental, and emotional resilience. You are able to make decisions from a place of wisdom, not reaction. You can recognize opportunities that truly align with God's plan and discern distractions that only appear attractive. Have you felt how much easier it is to stay on your path when your spirit is unclouded, your energy intact, and your heart undisturbed? That is no coincidence. That is divine alignment through discipline. And when the time comes, when God orchestrates the perfect moment, your breakthrough arrives fully intact. It carries power, momentum, and authority precisely because it was protected. What is revealed at the appointed hour is unstoppable, undeniable, and fully aligned with your destiny. Guarding your energy ensures that you do not give away pieces of your future, before they are ready to manifest. It ensures that your breakthrough is not diluted by misalignment, and that every blessing lands with clarity, impact, and divine timing. Chosen one, reflect. Where have you allowed your energy to be scattered? With whom have you shared too early? And what subtle delays or frustrations followed? These are not coincidences. They are lessons in spiritual strategy. God is calling you to honor your inner world, protect your focus, and preserve the sacred momentum of your destiny. Privacy is not isolation. It is power. It is a strategy for alignment. It is the invisible scaffolding that allows your purpose to rise fully formed, unstoppable, and divinely perfected. When you practice this discipline, every word, every decision, and every action becomes intentional. Your energy becomes a fortress, your clarity becomes a compass, and your breakthrough, when it comes, will arrive unshakable, fully empowered, and perfectly timed. Chosen one, this is how your destiny unfolds smoothly, through protection, through strategy, and through unwavering faith in God's divine orchestration.